So at the beginning of December, I filmed a walkthrough of my home where I showed you exactly as it was in its full messy glory and declared my intention to slowly declutter my home, spending a minimum 15 minutes a day decluttering my home. I went on to declutter my home over a 45-day period over December and January. So in this video, I'm going to show you that original walkthrough of my messy house at the start of December with the original audio, which shows you how I felt at the time about everything. And then I'm going to show you how it's looking now. So I'm going to take you through the house, a fresh walkthrough, how it is right now today, and talk you through my plans for the future so you can see what I have managed to achieve spending a minimum of 15 minutes per day over a 45-day period across December and January. Let's go. Welcome to my home and my messy secret. So I have embarked upon a decluttering battle before, but it hasn't been entirely successful. So let me show you what we're dealing with. So, hallway of our pretty small house. Everything is small. This used to be a 2-bedroom terraced house, and we have had it extended. So originally this was the kitchen and is now our utility room, which we are so grateful to have. Washing always hangs here. We have a fridge freezer, and we have a washing machine and tumble dryer here, which you need when you have 3 young children. I have actually recently decluttered this particular room, believe it or not, to some degree. And in here we have a cupboard with our hoover and brushes. We have our bread maker here and stuff everywhere. So I have not pre-tidied before taking this video. Under our stairs, where we wanted to have cupboards built in but couldn't do it, we've got some Calexes, and this has got our kind of spare shoes, and we've got in here some like decorating supplies, I guess, spare things. Here we have like cables, and I mean this doesn't belong here, it's a toy. We've got things that we need to return, things we need to sell, things we need to get rid of, things we need to put back in the car, bike helmets, etc. here. And then we have our downstairs loo, which is probably like the tidiest room in the house because it's very small. So not much to that. There we go. We're all done with the downstairs loo. We can consider that a success. Through this door brings us into the main open plan living space of the house. We have this extended out to make a kitchen in here, kitchen island. Now I love the layout down here, but we have a lot of stuff. We have 3 young children, ages 6, 4, and 2. Christmas decorations out now. We didn't get around to decorating our tree, so the elves TP'd it with toilet paper last night. That will be gone by the end of today. But yeah, are you parents, are you doing the elf on the shelf? I quite like them. Christmas decorations ready to go out, and then in the kitchen here we always have stuff on every surface, piles of paperwork, duct tape, random elf bags, wires. Why are there shoes on the kitchen island? Raffle tickets for school that we need to take. A pile of things here. Oh, hello, me. A pile of things here as well. The butter, the milk bottles, and everything else. Windowsills which are covered in things, and yeah, kettles when we have a hot tap that doesn't work. Our brand new air fryer, which I'm loving, that can definitely have the space. And yeah, always stuff. So I don't feel like the kitchen is too bad at the moment. Paperwork is always spilling out. An attempt to organize the house by buying a family diary. And then we move through to kind of our living room area here. We've got the blankets and toys kind of have places, but there are a few too many of them. With this unit under here is often quite hard to open up, but it gives you an idea of, you know, where things on the surface don't look terrible, but when you open up a cupboard, things start falling out, and it's not ideal. It's hard to close them again. I have attempted to tidy some of these drawers recently so that some of them aren't looking too bad. Actually, I feel like these aren't looking too bad for, you know, school supplies, etc. So, taking aside the fact that the tree obviously takes up quite a lot of space, which is not normal, we have our toy storage is kind of behind our sofa. The idea being that at the end of the day, my husband and I could sit on the sofa if ever we did, which we hardly ever get time for, and we wouldn't have to see the toys. I don't want to buy more storage. I want to reduce the amount of things that we have. I want the ability for the kids to access the books without having to take a toy guitar, several teddies and a doll off there. So let's head upstairs. A little peek outside, because I think in time we will need to do a bit of work outside, but that's not a priority for now. The priority for now is the house. Let's head upstairs. Oh, my desk area. Can we ignore my desk area? I don't think we can. My desk area. I work from home a lot. This is where I work. And it does make me kind of depressed. So I do think we need to do something with the desk area. So everywhere needs a little bit of a tickle up, a little home corner there. Utility for sure. I mean, goodness me. Hallway, shoe storage. I have improved that, believe it or not. But the surfaces, things on the surfaces, the elves, the shoes. There's a story about that, isn't there? Elves and the shoemakers. Coats up here. And then we have like our hats and gloves storage, which sits in a little box here basket on the stairs, because we are struggling with space in general. When we come upstairs, remember this was a 2-bed terrace house originally. So this is the original master bedroom, which has been extended slightly. This is screen washing that needs to be put away. So we don't have loads of space around the bed. We have a little bedside unit. That's mine spilling out. Same for my husband. Stuff, always stuff like leaning up against the side, pictures that need putting up that have been there for well over 2 years, quite frankly. This is my husband's desk, and he also works from home occasionally. He always has to clear like all this stuff off before he can get started. We also have a problem with condensation, which I think would be a lot easier if we didn't have so much stuff in our house. There's always stuff on the windowsills. Now, if I can get it open, because it's got so much stuff on it, I will show you under the bed. Ooh. Okay, so this is under the bed. So great to have that under the bed storage. It looks not too bad, but it is very, very busy. There is a lot of stuff under here, which we are not accessing like all the time. So we'll close that down. And then we have wardrobes here, which need a bit of work. So I have one side which kind of goes into the corner. My husband has the main bit. I won't show you his because I don't feel like that's fair. The door is a bit broken. But here is mine. And as you can see, lots of clothes like packed in there. I previously did like a 33-piece wardrobe. That worked pretty well. I've got out of the habit. We've got Christmas presents all like pushed up there. The drawers are all heaving. So again, we would like to do something with those. And we have the ensuite, which is a new addition following the renovations in here. Every room is quite small. So this is, again, you know, a reasonably small space. It's not too bad. But there are things like the fact that we have lots of bottles always out. We have stuff on the top here because, not everything fits in the drawers. An attempt to organise with another basket, which just ends up with stuff like piling up there. Lots of stuff on the windowsill, crowded windowsills. So I feel like that there is, generally there's always room for like improvement. So the other original bedroom to this house, this is one room which hasn't been impacted at all in the renovations. This is my son's room. So my two boys, who are 6 and 4, share this room. And as you can see, it's not a big room. So they have bunk beds. Their teddies all like on the shelves here. Means there's always a bit spilling out. They don't have lots of space to have toys up here, to play up here, which is not the end of the world. Because they're quite young, they don't like to be up here on their own too much. But this is toy storage that they have. So we have this as toy storage. As you can see, quite a lot kind of, if you hear the ticking, my son has this King Charles figure that his grandma got him that has like, moves along to the sunshine. So that's why we've clothes storage. We also do end up like having quite a lot of their clothes out here because we can't fit everything in the wardrobes. So they have their school clothes and then like messy play clothes here. Again, lots of stuff on the top there. And then they have more clothing storage here. and up here as well. And then this above kind of ends up being family storage for suitcases, spare things, bit of paperwork, sewing kit and such. And then the cupboard, this is like the cupboard of doom, which sits above their toy storage here. And I will just, firstly, I struggle to open things, so I can't open it fully without moving all the toys. I'd like to be able to freely open things. We've got all of our spare linens. We also have toiletries, toilet rolls. We have the, you know, my husband's razor, you can see. We have blow up beds, we have towels, we have bed linens. There is a lot going on. I feel like I have been in that cupboard so many times. So the main family bathroom. This is basically the kids' bathroom. So there are a lot of toys here, as you can see. We have toys on the floor. We have toys spilling out here. We have this very messy looking corner unit and more toys. And you know, it's a kids' bathroom. It's going to have toys. That's absolutely fine. I just want better solutions, a little bit more decluttered. So we have the things that we love to use, but we do not have absolutely everything that anyone has ever purchased for us. Final room upstairs this is part of the extension. So this would have been like the external wall originally, and now we have a little kind of box room for my 2-year-old. This is like the, you know, smallest bedroom, very much a dingy room, and I love the decor in it. I'm really happy with that, and I'm happy she has a little bit of space here on the floor to play. We have a lot of teddies, they're all spinning out. And one of the things that's really prompted me to look at a decluttering mission ahead of Christmas, which is, you know, bonkers. It's bonkers timing as a parent, is that I'm feeling so overwhelmed by everything. But also, I lost my watch this weekend. I think it's somewhere in this room. And I know I had it on Saturday and it's gone. I've got little kids, they pick up shiny watches and they walk around with them and they forget what they've done with them. But it would have been here on this bedside table. My husband and I stripped this room back as far as we could last night. Could not find it, and I'm quite stressed about it. It was a present from my husband for my 40th birthday. I want to find it. So if I'm going to go through this room and the other rooms in this house and have a good declutter, then I'm going to take you along for the journey. And my plan is to declutter every single day for as long as I possibly can in the lead up to Christmas and beyond if I can. And I'm going to declutter every single day for a minimum of 15 minutes. So here we are, the start of February, and here is how my home is looking now and the changes I have managed in this short space of time. So we'll start with the utility room because that's where I started in my original video in December. And I think the utility room is an area where I've spent, I would say, maybe the least amount of time. I have spent time in here, I've spent time in the cupboards, and I would say that it looks clearer just because I don't have the air up, and normally it is up. But didn't do any washing today. So we have got rid of a load of stuff from this shelf up here. We do have a box here of stuff which is decluttered. We'll be leaving the house. Some of that's for my mum, some of that's for somebody to collect locally. So that will be going. But otherwise, I feel like, you know, there's still progress to be made, but there are small improvements that have happened in this area. We have the hallway area, and I feel like this is looking actually a bit better here. Slightly minimised, still got some stuff, you know, out to return. I've tried to do my best not to do too much tidying. I feel like the major impact on the stairs is that we got rid of that basket on the stairs that had all of the hats and the shoes and the gloves. This is one of my favourite like projects from this like decluttering series, if you like, this attempt to get on top of my house, is that we put in more units here. So we had these units that sit behind here. So we had this one here and this one, and we duplicated those. I took out one floorboard, which makes it level, and the floorboards went like back into that space. Took out one floorboard, put in another set of units, and now the kids have their own little cubby hole with their hats and gloves, and they can put their school bags in there. So down there they each have one. We've got 3 kids, ages 6, 4 and 2. And then we have like all the wires and all the electronics in this one, all the stuff that I've got to like give to other people, like clothes to friends. And then we have like our nappy bag and hats and gloves for my husband and I. So I'm really happy with that. I feel like it could do with a light. That light is actually just on charge over there. And this is where we're charging things. But yeah, I'm really happy with that. Oh, the downstairs loo looks exactly the same. But, you know, for the sake of completeness, downstairs loo, which was the tidiest room in the house because it's the smallest room in the house. And then going into our kind of main living area, Here, we made a bit of a change here. We put some of these picture frames on the wall. These are, I want to say they're called Little Da Vinci. And I love these. They got rid of a lot of paperwork that we had just like floating around the house for the kids. And they have these little clips on the side, and you open them up, and then you can put your kids' artwork in, and it just kind of goes into, you can put like 50 pages in there. And I really love that they each have one. So kids each have a frame. They love the fact that they come home with a picture, they can put them in their frames. And I think that makes like this area feel a lot tidier. So we still have a few bits of artwork up here. We did some art for Chinese New Year, but this area like here was totally full of paperwork, was all around this kind of the only like grown up section of the house where we have some whiskies and things that are stored. So I'm really pleased with that. And then in the kitchen, we made some big changes, the kitchen island, and got rid, I was saying we, I did, got rid of a unit that sits up here that had all cookbooks in, put the cookbooks down here, put all the kind of bits and bobs in this cupboard. And I could only do that because I decluttered in the cupboards. I feel like that looks so much better. This kitchen island was just heaving with stuff. And then, you know, this is still, you know, we're still live, still a home with young kids, still got pots and pans out on the drainer, and that's fine. And I think there is still stuff that we can do, but otherwise, you know, we tidied up the paperwork, got rid of a few things that were out of date hanging on the wall, and just in general, I feel like this area is looking a little bit better. So then on to our living room area, and I made some small changes. Like we always had a basket with our blankets in, but it wasn't very good. It didn't look very tidy. I got rid of that, and I got a really sturdy basket in. Everything I got rid of that was in good condition, gave away locally. Still have some things like that weighted hula hoop, I just couldn't give it away. So I still have some things that I need to like pass on that are just hanging around the house. But otherwise, I'm starting to use this bottom layer of the coffee table as toy rotation. So I have changed up the toys a little bit. Not the bin lorry, 'cause it's too big to go anywhere else. And after March, we have a little party where our friends asking us to bring like ride-on toys to the party in March. Then we're gonna declutter, say goodbye to 1 or 2 of those ride-ons. Big changes to our toy storage here at the back. We introduced more storage, and I think in that original video I said I didn't want to introduce more storage, I wanted to declutter. So we both decluttered and put some more storage in. So we did a bit of both. And I'm really pleased with how that's turned out. I feel like that is looking like way tidier, and just in general, the toys and everything have a bit more space. We managed to reorganize kind of this unit so that we have all our kids' weaponry, because we have boys, young boys, have a lot of swords and things under there. We have games at the top. And then on this side, managed to kind of dedicate an area to fitness stuff, and then like my office stuff at the top there, which I'm really pleased with because that was always the intention for that unit. The desk area is one of my favourite transformations downstairs. Forgive the jumpers like heaped up on the chair, but this area is so much better because now I don't have stuff underneath the desk, which I did have. Don't have piles of things everywhere. You know, this is where I work, and I have been working today. I do have stuff out, but I think, you know, now I've got that organizer on the wall. I've got places like to put things. I can tidy away my paperwork at the end of the day. I can sort of pack all that up to look even tidier. But even as it is now in use, I feel like that's looking so much tidier. So let us head upstairs. I don't think we really decluttered anything from the kids' toy kitchen, but there we go. They use it, like, I would say, at least every week, if not every day. So upstairs, we head up to our now tidy stairs, and we will head into the master bedroom. And I'll just turn off this little dehumidifier. We have a problem with condensation in our house. So yeah, I feel like this is, so my husband's bedside table looked the same because I've not been decluttering his things. I've only been decluttering my things and the kids' things. But my area here, beside, I'm out of breath. My area here is looking much better, I feel. Under the bed, while we decluttered, I'm not sure that it looks that much better, but I did show you it originally, so I'll show you again. I feel like that looks the same. I moved some things around, I took some things out, and I put some other things there. My husband's desk area is looking better because, as I discovered, there was actually stuff of mine and the kids there. And actually there still is a bit of stuff that's mine and the kids, but that is looking better. And then in my wardrobe, that is way better. So I need to sort out the drawer, which is a bit sticky, but I have minimized to a 33 item wardrobe. And then I got rid of stuff that was at the bottom. So we just have the linen basket, all my drawers. I don't think I showed you my drawers, but whether you can see them that well in the dark. But yeah, my drawers are looking better. I did actually get a new light. Let's use that. I got a new light, which is very cool because there's no light in here. Should have got a built-in light when I had it built. But yeah, now I can actually see like everything there fits me, or I know I can wear. So that is really good. Excuse the flashing light. It has like a flashing setting before it turns off. So closing that up. The ensuite, which is now looking, I feel like that is looking better as well. That surface, got a few things out, but on this floor area, it is looking tidier. Definitely been some small but decent changes to that room. And at the end of the day, sometimes I was literally spending 15 minutes doing a declutter. Sometimes I spent longer if it was a weekend, but I would say most of my declutters were between 15 and 45 minutes max. The kids' room is looking a wee bit better. We moved some things up here, turn off that dehumidifier. We moved this case up here, and I think there is something we could do. In an ideal world, I get rid of those bookshelves, but I use no more nails to like glue them to the wall, so I have to be prepared to take half the plaster with me. But we had a bit of a tidy up there. Clothes, we had a swap round. We moved the toys around a bit. This cupboard is looking way better. That again is another favourite area of mine. That's held out really well. We've just had a toilet roll delivery, so there's loads of toilet rolls in there, but it's organised and everything's in bins, and we know like which bin has what in it. So I'm really loving that as an area that I feel like has really come together well. The kids' bathroom, so the only ones that use this one. This is the main like family bathroom. We did have a bit of a toy sort out. They got some new bath toys for Christmas, but it's not too bad. We could do more. And also, don't come at me in the comments, because I do also know that there is more to do. And I'm sure some people say you still have like way too much stuff. It's only been 2 months, but I feel like if we concentrate on the improvements made here rather than what needs to be done. So I did get some more storage just to neaten up this area. I find it really hard to know like what toys you get rid of for a 2-year-old's room when they don't have they can't make the decision, So yeah, I feel like that's looking better. And in general, I feel like the house has definitely improved. We are living in it a bit easier and more comfortable, and we're all feeling happy. So there we go. I will see you in the next one. More decluttering yet to come. Bye.